In this video, we're going to talk about privacy policies on your website. My name is Kevin from the online visibility agency at 99quidwebsites.co.uk. And today we're going to be tackling the question of, do you need a privacy policy on your website? And I'm going to give you 7 reasons why this is probably a good idea for you. So let's get straight into this. So the first reason that you need a privacy policy on your website is because it's actually, in a lot of countries, the law. We need to comply with legal regulations within what we do online. Yes, it's not a free thing that you can just do whatever you like, however you like. We do have to comply with certain online regulations, and that is one of them. So in all cases, you should have a privacy policy on your site. Now, here's the thing. Even if you think that you do not need to have a privacy policy because you collect no data, it's still a great idea to have it. So even if you say it's a policy where you do not collect data, you're informing the client that you know that privacy policies exist and that you take them seriously. And of course, not every website that we build collects data, i.e. names, addresses, all of that type of information. Second one, it builds trust. People are now very aware of their privacy online. They understand it a lot more than we give them credit for, and therefore we need to show that we take it seriously too. So if you are a company that's taking leads in, i.e. you're doing opt-ins, you're doing sales, all of those things, then you need to show that you're compliant and you take it seriously as much as they take it seriously. So it's a big trust builder. It also keeps the customer informed. So number 3 is we keep them up to date with the policies that you're complying with online. You know, a customer will want to read it. Do they read the whole thing? Unlikely. But people that have had privacy issues online will most certainly source out these policies. And you can bet your bottom dollar, if there isn't one there and they were going to do business with you, if they've had a privacy breach or something like that before, then they're not going to use you on the basis they don't think you take it seriously. So it's a big thing for keeping your potential customers informed. Number 4 is a security first mindset. We need to take these things as they are. You know, under GDPR laws came in recently in the last few years. It was good practice for most companies. Most companies that were ethical in the way that they marketed and gathered data were doing this stuff anyway. Right, it wasn't a big shock for them. There was a little bit of a freak out as to what it actually meant, but the bones of it was, most of it, decent companies were doing anyway because they took the security of the information they were gathering really seriously in the first place. So they didn't have a big problem with it. And it's the same there by showing your privacy policy, it shows that you take it seriously, that if somebody hands over their name, their address as a minimum, email address, maybe even more than that, personal home address, business address, maybe even more details than that. Sometimes you go onto these sites and they want the ins and outs of everything in your life. You've got to prove that you take that area seriously and that you're going to look after their stuff as best you can, following best practice. So the security first mindset is really important. Number 5, it avoids potential legal issues. So if you don't have one and one of your clever fancy web people or someone in your office has decided, oh, let's stick a capture form up, and you don't have a privacy policy on there, you could land yourself in some bother. So to make sure you've got one on there, it will cover you from any potential issues that may crop up from a legal standpoint. Number 6, believe it or not, is an SEO and marketing benefit to having a privacy policy. Search engines will look for these pages now. They will look for these policies. We add them in as text within a page, and therefore they are read by the search engines, and it can tell if it exists or if it doesn't exist. So it's really important that if you're looking to market your website, you'll want it found for the right reasons. A trust factor for the search engines is you've got a privacy policy page, and therefore there's a link to it from your home page onto your main page where the privacy policy is held, and that it exists, because that will give you a little bit of a boost. Look, it's not going to set the world on fire, but you know what, it will do a lot more than if you didn't have it. So it's worth doing it for that reason. Number 7, let's face it, sometimes in life you just got to do the right thing. And by putting this privacy policy up on your website, it's just doing the right thing. Do you always need it? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know your personal circumstances. If you're not collecting any data, is it a legal requirement to have it? Maybe not. I'm not advising you on that. You make your own decision. But you know what? Sometimes we have to do the thing that is right and going above and beyond a little bit just to make sure that our customers, our potential customers and the visitors to our sites go, you know what? They seem like a decent bunch of people. They're taking this seriously. Let's move a little bit more forward with this company rather than then moving away from you onto the next one that does have one. So do the right thing. Make sure your privacy policy is in place. If you don't know how to do it, then speak to your web developer. If you're having a new website done, we do this for you and help you out. So have a great day, everyone. Look out for your privacy policies. Remember, if you can't find it on your site, your customers won't find it either. So make sure it's available openly and freely for everybody to see. Have a great day. See you on the next video.